the new age Gen Z things I may or may not relate to personally because of the age, but my kids do. So you listen to them all the time and you respect them a lot more because they are the ones who are giving you their time, and if you don't value it, I think it's not going to fly. So, and very empowered audience has to be engaged entertainingly enough for them to stay with you.
I think the other thing too on Geo Cinema and the great thing that we have as broadcasters is that, you know, we do things a little bit differently. You know, when you look at other different channels and stuff, everyone can see the cricket, you know, they can see the ball going to the boundary, they can see the reason why it's gone to the boundary, but what we bring is a different insight from past players, different education, you know, the reasons behind playing that shot, the thought process that goes behind playing that shot, and we've got more time to explain it, I think, between balls, and that's, I've done both. I've done, you know, the live feed where we've done things, and I've done stuff last year with Geo Cinema. It's very, very entertaining because we, you know, bring a different style of broadcasting to the team, and yeah, it's been heaps of fun.
You know, Anjum, one of the biggest innovations was different languages. I mean, India is a country of, you know, tens of languages that people speak, and the experiences that people have had with so many different languages, commentary now available online, is a huge revolution. What is the difference you noticed in the way the audiences were pulled in because of language alone?
A taxi driver was watching IPL on Geo Cinema in Bhojpuri language.
Yes.
So I had to ask him what is the score, because he was consuming that content and he says it's brilliant. Then one fine day I was like, do you only watch cricket in Bhojpuri language? He says, no, friends of mine and actually watch it in Punjabi language also. So there I was in a more comfortable space because I do understand Punjabi. But it's the fact, like what the gentleman have just mentioned about consumption of content, if it's available in a very much relatable language, which is the first language for many people, be it Bhojpuri, be it Bengali or any other language, if it's more relatable, and it's also said in a very funny way as well, because it's at the end of the day, it's entertainment. It's not a product which you consume with a lot of seriousness. Seriousness is for the cricketers because we play, but not for the audience. So I think the way that Geo Cinema has brought about different languages and made it more accessible, as Aakash mentioned, and you know, the entertainment value, that's why we see the product so successful.
Who here would have thought that you would have commentary in Bhojpuri one day for cricket? Raise your hands. Did anyone see this coming? No. In Punjabi? No. Right? That's the difference that has happened today, isn't it? Aakash, I mean, it's been a revolution.
Well, there is Haryanvi this year because people were asking for it, that, you know, this is far more entertaining.
What are the requests that are coming in?
Oh, lots actually, I'll tell you. So there's our Punjabi commentator goes by the name of Sunil Taneja. He's very popular. People in Pakistan, and I met them, they said, we are watching him via VPN. I was like, wow, okay. Because it is so
Punjabi
popular.
is spoken very popularly.
It is spoken very well. Yeah, it's spoken there. So, see, I'll tell you, sport is a very strange kind of content piece that you can consume on mute. Let's be fair, if it's there, you don't even have to switch on the audio to know what is happening. The audio is based only on your preference. If it is entertaining enough, I want to listen to it. I've got a teammate, he comes from Khurja. So I asked him, अच्छा तुम्हारे गांव में क्या होता है? तुम क्या commentary सुनते हो? कह रहा सर म्यूट पे सुनते थे. हम तो क्रिकेट ही म्यूट पे देखते हैं. We don't watch it with commentary because it's English. They don't understand it. See, there is no disrespect, but if it is the language that I don't relate to, I don't understand, I might as well watch on mute. But the moment I give you the language preference, the language that you speak in, the world opens up. It's far more entertaining and engaging in the end.
Yeah, and you know, AB, it's not just about languages. It's also about capturing audiences that maybe were, I wouldn't say neglected, but felt neglected. I mean, you have a YouTube, a YouTube show of your own, and you were seen on a show with Mrs. De Villiers one day. So it's also about getting people involved, people generally that you wouldn't have spoken cricket with, isn't it?
Yeah, with the YouTube show, I learned from the best over there. It's not so easy, but I do enjoy it. It's nice to stay in touch with the cricket audience, and that's the idea behind the YouTube show, is to keep sharing what's on my mind about the cricketing world and some other stuff as well. But yes, once again, with our Geo Cinema feed, we have the Hangout feed, which is quite different. And I was on that show with my wife, and I also got educated in that show, to be honest. She told me that, no, there's one time when KKR played RCB, and I'm obviously an RCB player, she actually supported KKR. And I was like, excuse me, what's that all about? She said, no, Shah Rukh Khan is one of my favorite guys. So I also learned some stuff on there, but I think the audience really relate to that. It's something different. It's something about my personal life and everyone's personal lives, and we get some of the players on there as well. I think Virat's been on, a few of the younger guys get on the show, and we just talk about different things, not only cricket. And yes, there are die-hard cricketing fans out there, but there are also fans that want to know a bit more and not just cricketing stuff. So I think from that point of view, I think Geo Cinema has done it incredibly well.
There's also Brett 4K, there are hero cams, there's so much technological innovation that is going on. Does that boggle your mind sometimes to see so many different
And that's just
feeds?
up in the commentary box. on the field, it's good as well. Nah, look, it's it's to see cricket in a different light where it's so close and so realistic now, and the camera angles and the clarity that you can watch with now is fantastic. You mentioned 17 different languages. I reckon there's 18. There's Hinglish as well. We should put Hinglish in there as the 18th. Which
and
we
Brett
try
will do well in that. Brett can speak a bit of Hindi.
Thoda Hindi,
Brett, we
Thoda.
are teaching him to be on Hindi feed this year.
Hindi, Punjabi, we'll have a crack at everything, right? Sashri Kalji up the back there. Look, it's so exciting. We are on the the eve of the Indian Premier League starting. Great to be part of Geo Cinema. It's a lot of fun. We want to bring a different product. People are enjoying it, and life is pretty good.
Yeah. Speaking of the IPL, I should mention, Anjum, the WPL just finished. This project has been a revelation of sorts. Of course, we knew the IPL was already successful, but there was a little trepidation with the WPL launching a couple of years ago. Are you surprised at all with how well loved this product has already become?
Day one, I was surprised. I think at the launch of the WPL, which was in Mumbai last year, and the stadium was full in Navi Mumbai. And I remember talking to Zach Zahir, and he was like, "Wow, this is brilliant." I said, "Now, Zahir, can we sustain it?" Because of course, Geo Cinema is showcasing it. It's going in digital. It's going on different languages on digital as well. He says, "Look, how the cricket is played on the park will determine the success of it." Of course, rest is history. Cricket was entertaining. And I was surprised looking at the numbers even after season 1 and now after season 2, that some of the best cricket played at the global level, we have surpassed those numbers, which means the content is consumed by more than 10 million people. I'm not comparing it to any of the World Cups right now, but then if our Indian product can deliver a hit like this, then I think we've done really well. And that's exactly what we wanted. We wanted the WPL to succeed. We wanted cricket to be showcased, brought to them as easily accessible as it was and is, and women's cricket to be right in front of them. So I think for me it's perfect, because WPL just supersedes or precedes IPL, and if Bangalore team wins it, it's entertaining like this. No, why not?
I was going to come to AB. AB, the girls have finally done it. When are the boys going to do it?
I think it's destiny. It's honestly the girls did it now, and in a relationship, the guys got to come to the party now. It's just how it is. I do think the shackles are broken. I think this is the year. It's meant to be for the guys.
I don't mean to pull your leg, but every season we say this is going to be RCB season.
You've heard it before, right?
Maybe heard it before.
Maybe the change of name, though. The change
Bengaluru.
of name,
They've become
the
Bengaluru.
change of colours on the shirt colour. Maybe this is the year.
But just to come back to the WPL quickly, what I really enjoyed is we know the final was in Delhi.
Yes.
And we saw the footage of the streets of Bengaluru going absolutely crazy, fans filling the streets, and it just shows you how far the WPL has come.
At the toss, you couldn't hear anything what the captain was coming back to you with. So it was that kind of fan following. And then for us also, for all the broadcasters, for us also it was an eye-opening, because those RCB fans are everywhere, and it's such a nice thing to see the stadium being full.
No, I feel for the RCB fans, and I think it's good to have them this win. But do you really genuinely feel, AB, this could be RCB's year? I know you will be a little bit biased, but who looks like a good title contender?
I really do believe we can win it. We will win it this year. Look, you got to be patient. Sport is a funny thing. Cricket is not predictable. Otherwise, it would have been boring. So maybe once the shackles are broken, and I really think the women, sometimes things just happen in a weird way. I think the women have broken the shackles, and once the RCB men's team get one win, I think there's going to be quite a few back to back. So yeah, hopefully we go from strength to strength this season.
Brett, do you agree?
I was actually going through the list of teams, the 10 franchises, and I, not because he's sitting next to me, but I actually think RCB have got a very good chance this year. Yeah, I would not back against them.
Well, they always have a very good chance. When do they not have a very good chance? They've always got a good team.
They have arguably had the best side for a number of years, but you know, maybe different ways where they're playing, and maybe too, over here in India, there's a lot of superstitions. The change of the name, the change of the colour of the clothing. This could be their year.
No, but AB, what did hold RCB back? Like, I'm sure there were plenty of discussions around this because it had a superstar team, including yourself, for so many years.
There were 9 other superstar teams as well, you know. It's just, you look at World Cups, I mean, any team can win it. The IPL, actually, even more so. There are 10 incredibly
But most other teams have won it.
Well, there are quite a few that haven't won it too, you know.
We are sitting in Delhi, don't forget, huh?
Don't remind me about Delhi.
Let's not go there.
I know Anjum, Aakash and I suffer because of the Delhi thing. But was there something, or it's just how it goes sometimes?
It's just part of sport. It's not predictable. We gave it our absolute best, lost a couple of times, or 3 times in the final. We had our chances here and there, so we got ourselves to blame. But hopefully, and I mentioned it to you before, hopefully the legacy over the last few years that the senior players or the guys who have left already have left behind will carry the team across the line in the years to come.
Akash, what is the Aakash Tippani and the Aakash Vani on this season's title contenders?
See, I think firstly Smriti will go to the men's dressing room and give them a pep talk. That's what should happen.
She should.
They gave her a beautiful guard of honor yesterday. I was seeing, and it was beautiful. On a serious note, I do feel all teams are fairly good, and I agree with AB. There's just a lot more to it than having a good team, which results in lifting the trophy. When I just put all teams together, Mumbai Indians is standing out. They are a very good team. So I'd say it could just be the Mumbai's year once again.
Anjum, for you?
And also keep Delhi in the mix as well.
We do keep Delhi in the mix every year.
Delhi in the mix. They're just around, and RCB can jump from there as well. So don't put more pressure on AB. He's not playing. He doesn't have to hit those shots around the ground. But I'm sure as long as IPL is entertaining and we can see all that entertainment in different languages on Jio Cinema, why not?
AB, will you go to the dressing room maybe? Catch up with the old guys and, I don't know, talk to them?
Listen, you're asking me a lot of questions now. Eh? She's putting me under big pressure. I would love to. I have been in touch with some of the players. They have a new coach in Andy Flower. Some things have changed over there, so it's maybe a bit of a fresh start for them. So I've decided just to sit back and wait. If I hear from someone, I will very much be open to have a conversation with the guys and give them whatever knowledge I have. But I do feel there's so many world-class players in that team for this season, they're going to be just fine.
All right. So, you know, we have on the panel members of the cricket world who've done what they did with the bat and ball. And then, you know, they have other talents. We all know about Brett Lee's musical talent that has been flourishing all through his cricket career, but also, especially post that, we know about your love affair with India as well. We've got YouTube content creators in AB and Aakash and commentators par excellence. But you are here, Brett. I do want to ask you. You want to hum something nice in Hindi for us?
In Hindi? Hame tumhara hun tumhare hi rahunga.
Put it in music.
What was that?
That was a little cheesy love song I wrote in 2006, and I sang it. I had the pleasure to sing with Asha Bhosle.
I remember that.
And it was funny because I used to go to the ground and I'll be there playing, whether it be in the Indian Premier League, and to think that I'll be out there running in the bowl and they'll be singing the song that I wrote, which was quite fun.
I know that AB loves Hindi songs too. You were humming some on your YouTube channel. Hum, please, sing.
I'm a shower singer, you know. I keep the stuff in my head.
But what is that favorite song of yours?
I'm definitely not going to sing on live TV, all right? But I do know a few. But I think.
Okay, tell us your favorite song.
Well, I performed with Shah Rukh Khan before. Ye dozati hum nahi.
Oh, so nice.
Brilliant.
Excellent.
And it sounds so very different when AB has actually sung that song, or in a little few words. It sounds so very different. Hum ye dosti hum nahi todenge and all. Very nice.
He's
Given
he's
company.
also in Hindi commentary box this year then. He's there. Suraj ki baahon mein? No? Okay, let's leave.
No, no,
One of my favorite songs.
Mukabala.
Come on, Aakash, let's give him company.
No,
You start, I'll follow.
I'll have to put it on because I'm bad at it. There are two better singers here, much better. Where is it? I kept it somewhere.
Anjum knows that song as well.
Back after
Yeah.
a short break.
Yeah, but who's singing it with me?
AB singing
AB,
it with you.
AB,
Because
AB
it
singing.
is AB's favorite song.
So he was singing a song from the.
Who knows the lyrics?
That is a nice song.
Come on, come on, come on.
So for cricketers, basically, it's if you're not on the park, you're obviously,
With your
right now,
headphones.
of course, you're listening to music personally, but earlier days, music was loud on the team bus, and there was no option. So if it was a player who understood Hindi or Punjabi or any other language, that was the music which used to play on the team bus.
Yes.
And everyone else had no option. So whether it was a Walkman or whether it was a CD or now with the AirPods or whatever you might call it, nowadays you do have options. Earlier you didn't. So it was one of those, so Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara.
Walkman. I've not heard Walkman for about 20 years. That's brilliant.
Exactly. There was no option. You had whoever was seated next to the driver, the cassette or the CD or whatever. Yeah, was just get it.
The good old
plugged in.
days.
Yeah.
Good old days.
Final 15 seconds, Aakash. The IPL season starting in 2 days. If you were to set it up for the audiences in Hindi, how would you do it? And we'll end with that.
बहुत सारे रिकॉर्ड्स बनेंगे, बहुत सारे टूटेंगे, बहुत सारा बहेगा पसीना और होगा बहुत सारा पेन. पर यही तो सिखाया था ना कि नो पेन नो गेन. 17 का खतरा इस बार होने वाला है बिकॉज दिस इज सीजन नंबर 17 और मंच तैयार है. अब देखना ये होगा कि सरपंच कौन बनेगा. 5 बार जीता है चेन्नई, 5 बार जीता है मुंबई. विल वी हैव अ न्यू विनर इन बैंगलोर? वी शैल फाइंड आउट.
All right. On that note, a big round of applause for our cricketers on the panel. Thank you so much, ABG, Berkeley, Aakash, and Anjum. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Shivani. That was a very engaging discussion. Ladies and gentlemen, our next session involves a bright bunch of young and talented actors. There's always something special about generational change. More so if it involves people where the next gen is crafting its own stories in an industry where compelling storytelling is a superpower. A famous surname can give you a head start. It can also, however, carry the risk of snowing you under a mountain of expectations. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome 4 supremely talented actors, Rajveer Deol, Alize, Vedam Raina and Palak Tiwari for a session titled New Gen, New Genres in Conversation with Pankaj Bhargav. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a huge round of applause for them.
लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, जोरदार तालियों से हमारी जो यंग जनरेशन है फिल्म इंडस्ट्री की, इनका जबरदस्त तरीके से स्वागत होना चाहिए आपके बीच में. बहुत बहुत स्वागत आप चारों का. एलिजे, मैं शुरुआत करना चाहूंगा आपसे. देखिए, जब आप एक ऐसी फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में एक ऐसी फैमिली से आते हैं जहां इतने बड़े बड़े सुपरस्टार्स हों, सबसे बड़े सुपरस्टार हों, तो बहुत मुश्किल होता है कि कैसे शुरुआत करें. मैंने आपके बारे में तो ये सुना है कि आपका इरादा नहीं था फिल्म इंडस्ट्री ज्वाइन करने का, तो फिर कैसे आपको लगा कि मुझे फिल्म करनी है, फिल्मों में आना है?
एक्चुअली ये सच नहीं है. मुझे पता नहीं था अगर मुझे एक्टिंग करनी थी या मुझे फिल्म में काम करनी थी. आई वॉज नॉट श्योर विच पाथ आई वॉन्टेड टू टेक, बट आई न्यू आई वॉन्टेड टू वर्क इन फिल्म एंड आई न्यू आई वॉन्टेड टू डू समथिंग क्रिएटिव. और ऐसे कुछ I never like to say I had any pressure. मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगता है बोलने के लिए because it's been actually a very blessed and amazing journey for me with my family support, with the support of the people that support my family. So it's been great and I'm really grateful to be a part of this panel and to be here representing that. So thank you.
तो राजवीर, ये सवाल तो मेरा आपसे भी है। देखिए, जब दादा जो हैं वो सुपरस्टार हों फिल्म इंडस्ट्री के और पिता आपके वो 2.5 किलो का जो मुक्का है और बॉबी देओल हों, अभय देओल हों, ऐसी फैमिली से जब आप आते हैं तो कितना प्रेशर आपके पास था, और फिर आप तो भाई भी हैं, तो क्या लगा आपको कि मुझे भी इसी चीज को करना है, फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में ही अपने पैर जमाने हैं, कदम जमाने? कितना आपके लिए आसान था और कितना मुश्किल था?
I don't think you can escape it when it surrounds you so much. No matter how many other jobs I wanted to do, other careers I wanted to take, in the end, acting was always there. And for your other thing, for pressure, yeah, there's a lot of pressure. You can't escape that shadow. So you try to really, carve your own path, and you just keep trying and trying and trying. Otherwise, you'll just be eclipsed in their shadows forever.
नहीं, तो फिल्मों में जब आप आए हैं तो आप दादा को ज्यादा सोच के आए दिमाग में कि दादा जैसा बनना है, उनकी जैसी एक्टिंग करनी है, या आपके घर में